My name is Professor Dr. Nihat Batmaz. I'm from Turkey and I have been working Pamykkale University, Turkey, about 26 years. I came here to give some lecture today. My seminar subject about innovation methods for development. This subject is very important, not only developing country, but also developed country, because innovation is big subject and every time all over the world everybody thinking how can we make new innovation, because innovation can make a difference in addressing urgent developmental changes such as providing access to drinking water, eradicating neglected dysphagia, or reducing hunger. The transfer and, when necessary, adoption of technologies developed in developed countries can often contribute significantly to those goals. Substantial research efforts are needed to find solutions that address other global changes. Effective international cooperation that involves both public and private bodies is an important mechanism for finding those much needed solutions. Moreover, one of the important lessons of the past two decades has been the pivotal role of the innovation in economic development. The build-up of innovation capacities has played a central role in growth dynamics of successful developing countries. Those countries have recognized that innovation is not just about high technology products, and that innovation capacity has to be built early in the development process in order to process the learning capacities that will allow catch up to happen. They also need innovation capacity and local innovation to address challenges specific to their local context. Ultimately, such successful development strategy has to build extensive innovation capacities to foster growth. While innovation is important at all stages of development, different types of innovation play different roles at various stages. In early stages, incidental innovation is often associated with the adoption of foreign technology, and social innovation can improve the effectiveness of business and public service. High technology, besides innovation, matters at later stages of the development, when it is both a factor of competitiveness and of learning, which allows for completing the catch-up process. The following table provides a schematic overview of the various aspects of innovation for various categories of countries. Depending on the support mechanism used, the type of innovation and the main agents involved differ somewhat. So, why innovation is important for developing and emerging countries? Country category, we can look developed income, developing low income countries and emerging and middle income countries. Two types. So, mechanism, objective of innovation, adaptation rigors, adaptation innovation needs to respond to specific local contributors for automos. Example, new plant variables for agriculture efforts at developing new methods for mineral extraordinary in the shielding copper industry to satisfy local needs. Inducive innovation probably and middle income household to improve welfare and adjust to business opportunities. Example, India nano cars. So gross volt innovation, mobile braking service we can see. So at this mainly middle income countries, but also some opportunities for developing low income countries. At the same time, build up innovation capacities that will be key for mechanism the world technological frontier in many industries, especially we will want to avoid middle income traps. Example, Korea increased their efforts in 1990. So we can give too many examples for this area. But why innovation is important for developing and emerging countries? Country category, we can use mainly emerging middle income countries after initial progress on dimension above. Mechanism objectives of the innovation. We can use the staple scant articles and co-authors 1998 and 2008. We can different movement at this figure. So at the same time, several emerging economics and, for example, China in particular, have become significant actor in the global innovation system. There is evidence that they played a key role in the take-off ASEAN economies such as China, India, and Korea. What is more, many emerging economies have industries or firms that are at the technology frontier and need to innovate to complete. Increased participation in global innovation networks is evident in China's, but also to a lesser extent, India's, Brazil, and Russia. Increased share of co-authorship of scientific publication with leading OECD economies, in particular the United States, on the input side. China's substantial budget is noteworthy. Several developments may offer opportunities for developing and emerging economies to engage in innovation. As some emerging countries become more innovation opportunities for new entrants are created. So information and communication technology, ICTC, offer many opportunities for innovation. Then global value chain offer a potential different framework for development countries such as Korea industries early throughout the development of vertically integrated industries which produce both intermediates and final products. Countries that start to industrialize today may choose a different development path and specialize in specific activities within value chains. Increasingly, service beside economical call into question manufacturing, beside development strategies. So, greater openness to trade and foreign direct investment in the context of international creates necessarily creates a very different content from that of the past. Many developing and emerging countries are members of the World Trade Organization. So World Trade Organization and must comply with the rules imposed on trade policy. Feature reading. OECD Innovation for Development, the challenges at we can see chapter in OECD Science, Technology and Industry Outlook 2011. It's participated in Paris, and when we looked, we can see too many things this subject. So, main topics of work on the innovation for development. Working with OECD member countries and through active dialogue with non-member countries. The ST has accumulated wide expertise on innovation in the context of high-income economies. This result in the OECD innovation strategy, which formalized a set of policy products that also apply to emerging and developing countries. Those included promote conditions that encourage entrepreneurship and the mobility of factors on all markets. Openness to trade as global network of innovation emerging, public and private investment in human capital and other intangibles. Those principles need to apply in ways which accumulated the different prevailing conditions of the emerging and developing countries to support innovation in those economies. Several projects that focus specifically on developing and emerging economies are briefly described in this section. So, it aims to assemble to collection OECD knowledge on the development projects and policies and to adapt to broad experience of OECD member countries to the developing world. The strategy will regroup a diverse set of policies and make them joined with each other. Innovation and sustainable success of growth will play a central role. So, then, ongoing work on innovation for development focuses on 6 themes. Those are one of them, the contribution of innovation to economic growth and well-being. 2, the impact of globalization on development and innovation. 3, inclusive innovation. 4, education, skills, and human capital. 5. ICT is for development. 6. Institutional frameworks for innovation policy. So the contribution of innovation to economic growth and well-being as part of broader place policy agent, innovation helps to drive economic growth and address socioeconomic challenges such as poverty and health. Many growth enhancing innovation also address social changes. For example, poverty-related effects can sustainability influence opportunities for engage in entrepreneurial activities. So that addressing social changes can also encourage growth process. In India's Green Revolution of the 1960s, innovation led to the introduction of high-yield varieties and seeds and increased use of fertilizers and irrigation, and this resulted in a substantial increase in grain production. This not only raised agricultural productivity, but also directly addresses food scarcity among the country's poor. So, policy question including about the innovation. How do framework conditions which power innovation have to be adapted to the specific condition of emerging and developing countries? What is the relationship between innovation and other priorities for development, such as education, physical infrastructure? So, what types of financial arrangements can accommodate the specific condition of developing countries? What are the objectives for the broader deployment of modern technology across the economy, including in traditional sectors? In developing countries, what are the implications for government policy? When we complete this work, innovation is essential for development as it is driver of economic growth. That is the main theme of the OECD World Bank publication. When we look to article and too many books, we can see innovation and growth chasing a moving frontier. Innovation and the Development Agent, a follow-up publication of the OECD Innovation Strategy, emphasizes how innovation should be a central priority on the international development policy agenda. Also, several policies relevant aspects often disadvantageous framework conditions for business are discussed. So, integration, science, and technology in the development policies and international perspective. Then, development assistance can be optimized. A central focus in how more equal partnership with the wider opportunities for sustained capacity building can be established and how developed countries can benefit more from such research cooperation. Global changes are not new, but have increased in scope and are more urgent. Science, technology, and innovation can play an essential role in meeting them. However, STI cooperative efforts at the international level can be hard to achieve and calls for achieving government mechanism. The forthcoming publication, International Cooperation in Science, Technology and Innovation, Meeting Global Challenges toward Better Governments, shows that the institutional framework for priority setting as well as finding and spending mechanism should be flexible, knowledge sharing and intellectual property regular a totalitarian approach, but things STI into practical rigors ought each and international collaboration needs to include a range of actors regardless as their STI capacities. Then the innovation policy platform jointly developed by the OECD and the World Bank aims to build a website, open data inclusive platform to facilitate collective learning processes around the science, technology, and innovation. Its goal is to provide its user with support in analyze innovation system and policies and in shaping future policy design, in analyzing innovation system and policies and in shaping future policy design. It will also facilitate collective learning process of both the principle as well as the how-to aspect of innovation policy. Tailored to the needs of developing and developed countries, efforts are underway to build a priority IPP set for an initial bite launch in early 2013. Future reading about this subject, we can see too many articles and books. So, the impact of globalization on development and innovation. There are demonstrated benefits from the trade openness and FDI for developing and emerging economies. Innovation performance with include the following. First, opening national markets to foreign competitions. Product is a powerful means of strengthening competition and declining the market power of domestic products. Firms also reach to competition by improving total factor productivity and innovation performance. Second, openness facilities access to foreign know-how and technology. Third, trade integration allows for economies of scale and specialization. Fourth, trade openness lead economies to specialize in sectors which have comparative advantage and can therefore foster the welfare enhancing restricting of the country's production and innovation structures. So when we look, we can see developing countries and developing countries. It is big difference. Those are countries. How can we take innovation technology? I'm asking this question, developing country. It is a bit difficult because those countries all the time needs capital. They haven't enough capital. So innovation, it needs a big capital. How can we find? Where can we take loans or other way? At this reason, especially for developing country, it's a bit difficult realized to innovation because they haven't enough money, enough capital. They have another way. They take it, develop a country, and they movement this subject. And when we look, we can see, especially developing country, they all the time meet a big problem for new innovation. I think time's up. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thanks.